Hi, this is Bob Hilke, and I wish to welcome everyone to our bi-weekly podcast for our Premier Alignment Consulting Strategic Partners. And today's message is going to be about helping small businesses and medium-sized businesses to have big business benefits. So this is a new one-page resource that I put together just yesterday, actually. So it's brand new. And I think this is a very helpful way to explain how we help businesses to save a lot of money with their healthcare benefits for their employee benefits. Let's take a look at big businesses. They seem to not have any problem offering healthcare for their employees. They hire consultants to streamline corporate costs. I know a lot about that. I worked for 31 years for the nation's largest health and wellness company. They're number 4 on the Fortune list today. And we had a lot of consultants. We had consultants walking in and out of that door constantly. And their primary focus was to help us either save money or make money. And big businesses can afford to hire consultants all the time to help them streamline corporate costs. Another thing that big companies do is they self-insure to leverage huge cash pay discounts. Now, if I'm an employee of a company that self-insures and I break my leg, I go to the hospital and I'm sitting in the chair, in the triage chair of the emergency room. What's the first question the triage nurse is going to ask me? Can I see your insurance card? Well, if my employer is self-insured, my answer will be, I'm sorry, but I don't have an insurance card, but you can have my debit card because I'm cash pay. Well, that cash pay status is going to give me a big discount on the cost of healthcare at that hospital. And that's how big companies can save a lot of money. But consultants advise on other cost saving techniques as well. And there's literally thousands of them available to help save cost. Although, if you're only acquiring all of your healthcare services through a big insurance company, you're not leveraging a lot of those cost saving techniques. So even the big companies don't maximize their cost savings opportunities because they usually lock in on some of the big insurance offerings and give their employees like several choices of one of the insurance companies that they lock in on. That's kind of how it typically is. But if they were open to other ideas, we could even help them save a lot more money as well. And consultants are able to advise on many different ways to save money. Now, if you're a small or medium-sized business, and I'm thinking in the range particularly of 50 employees to 2,000 employees, that's a size company where you're wanting to offer healthcare. You might find it hard to do, and so you may take the penalty, which is a lot less costly than providing healthcare for your employees. But if you want to retain your employees, you're going to try to offer healthcare benefits. But usually at that size of a company, the owner or the CEO or the CFO or the HR executive, they just don't know what to do in terms of can they self-insure? What are the other options? They usually know the options that their broker shows them, but the broker is going to show options that make the broker money. So there's limited options presented to these smaller companies. Even if they qualify to become self-insured, they may think it's too complicated or they may think it's too risky. Therefore, they use what's available to them that's readily known, and that is the high cost, fully insured health plans from the big insurance companies. So when you compare the big business and the small business, the big business is operating with a lot of efficiency because of their scale and because they can hire consultants that advise them on how to streamline the costs. So what we do at Premier Alignment Consulting, and as you know, we provide better healthcare, happier employees for half the cost. The thing is, once a company grows to where they're 50 or more employees, they actually have all the options available to them that the big companies have. But no one has ever told them how to do what the big business companies are doing to cut their healthcare costs. And even if someone told them, they might find it very difficult to try to implement because they just haven't done it before and they just don't know all the finer points of how to go about doing it. Companies with 50 to 2,000 employees represent nearly 50% of the workforce. And those size companies today are really struggling to cut costs. They're working very diligently at looking at everything to reduce cost right now. Well, we advise small and medium businesses on how to self-insure and how to leverage other of the big cost-saving techniques that the big business guys use. We help them set up a comprehensive program that employees love. We go above and beyond what the big business guys are doing. We help small and medium-sized companies actually implement a healthcare program that basically makes healthcare free for the employees because they no longer have to pay toward premiums or deductibles or copays. Well, I'm sure you can understand how that would give any company that we consult a real advantage in the marketplace in terms of attracting and retaining top talent, even compared to what the big companies typically offer. And we're not doing anything new. We're just disrupting an industry that is not doing what we know how to help companies do. So that's our message for today. And this is, like I say, it's a one-page flyer. I think it's a very easy explanation of how we can help companies. We guarantee our consulting. So any company that hires us is not going to spend more money than they save because we guarantee they're going to save at least as much and usually very much more than our consulting fee will cost them. So I'll be putting this in the folders of those of you who have signed partnership agreements with us. So go ahead and use this flyer, put your name on it somewhere. And if you need help with that, I'll be glad to assist. Okay, well, I hope that is helpful. So go ahead and use this flyer and share our message, get the news out there, and let me know if you have anyone that you'd like to introduce to our program. And I'll be glad to work with you on that to help you get ready to make an introduction and obviously to meet with the person that you'd like to introduce. So thank you for your time today. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be back in 2 weeks from today.